Hi everybody, Eli here, and today we will be looking at the DecaMove SDK for Unreal Engine. Let's get started. The first thing that we're going to need is a scene to implement the SDK into. I'm going to assume that you know how to set up a scene in Unreal, so let me just show you what I have here. So what I have is just the default VR scene for Unreal Engine. And here we can see that I've modified it so you can use smooth movement with it. So we get our controller input and we rotate that by our camera rotation, and then we just add that to the transform of our actor. Now let's see how to add in the DecaMove SDK to make this even better. First thing we're going to need to do is go to the Megadodo Games GitHub and download the latest release of the DecaMove SDK. And the link for this is going to be in the description if any of you need it. We're just going to go to latest release. And the one that we want is the DecaMove Unreal SDK.zip here, and just start downloading it. Next thing we're going to want to do once the SDK is downloaded is drag our zip over into the plugins folder of our project. As you can see here, we don't have a plugins folder because we have not yet added any, but we can just simply create one and it will automatically be detected next time we open the project. So let's do that now. Next thing we'll do is drag this over and unzip it. So if we go to, I think it's here, extract all. There we go. As you can see, next time we reopen the project, it has detected that we have the DecaMove SDK, and we just want to make sure that it's enabled in our plugins menu so that we can get the extra functionality that it gives us. All right, now let's take a look at the example project that comes with the SDK. Here we go. You can find it right in DecaMove SDK content. Let's open that up. As you can see, we just have a simple cube, and when we play this and make sure our DecaMove is connected, you can see that it follows the rotation of the move, and when we click the button, you can see it recalibrates its position. So now that we know that it's working, let's implement this into our movement demo. All right, here we are looking at the smooth movement blueprint again. So it's a little bit more complicated than before, but let's break it down block by block and see how we changed it. So right here we can see all of the code that we had before. This doesn't change. If we look up here, we can see what's happening is we are getting the state of the DecaMove, making sure that if it's in the streaming state, which means we are receiving data about the rotation and button presses, then we want to go down the path of using that input. And if we're not, we want to use head rotation for our movement. So we go down here. But the only difference between this code and this code up here is that instead of using the camera's rotation, instead we are using the DecaMove's rotation. And as you can see, that's what this block does. You get a rotator, which we then make sure we're only getting the yaw from because we don't need any of the other axes. Then we rotate the vector we get from our controller, and then we add that to the actor local transform. And then there's a little bit of extra code here just to make sure that we have a way to calibrate the move, since that's pretty important. And if we wanted to get really fancy, we could add in some haptics when the button is pressed. Let's just scroll down to the DecaMove section, and here we go. And this block just sends some haptic whenever the button is pressed. And I think that's all we need. Let's test it out. Alright, as you can see, I am now in the demo scene. Right now I have the DecaMove disconnected, so as we move around, just holding forward on the joystick, you can see the direction we are moving changes when I move my head. But if I am to turn on the DecaMove, it should switch over to using it. So let's see, let's just try moving forward. So you can see, it's no longer coupled to my head. Can move back a bit. But it's not on center. If I hold forward, I'm going to the left. So let's fix that by pressing the button using the logic we already coded in. Alright, should be calibrated now. Yep, forward is now forward. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in our Discord, link in the description below. And that will be all for now. Thanks for watching.